NASA's report is late. The UK doesn't want to get involved in UFOs, but Diana Pasolka says, prepare to be shocked. It's time for another UFO News Roundup, guys, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, let's get right to it. Here's NASA. Why is the NASA UFO report late? NASA team aims to publish UFO report by the end of July, but guess what? It's past July, and it has not been released. A group of experts gathered by NASA plan to release their highly anticipated report on U.A.P. by the end of July. Has that been superseded by Bill Nelson's supposed study on aliens? He said he was going to release the truth of whether aliens were here by the end of this current month. So is that actually going to happen? Are we going to find out the truth about aliens and whether they are really here or not by the end of August? I don't know. And has that superseded the NASA report? We don't know for sure at this moment. But it does look like in the UK, the Ministry of Defense is backing off of UFOs. They are not going to create a separate team devoted to studying UAP per this letter here, and it's very small text, so I will link to it and you can read it. But it says, I would like to take this opportunity to confirm the MOD's position on the subject of UAP remains unchanged, which is that in over 50 years, no sighting reported to the department indicated the existence of any military threat to the United Kingdom, and it remains more valuable to prioritize Ministry of Defense resources towards other defense-related activities. The Ministry of Defense has no current plans to create a dedicated team to investigate incidents of reported UAP. So there you go. The Ministry of Defense is backing off of UFOs. In a way, I guess it's good news. They're saying they're backing off because there's no threat. The UFOs are not a threat, so they're not going to create a separate program to look into them. So, yeah, so good. I guess we should be more concerned if they were going to create a program. But, of course, they really have a program. They've been working with the U.S. The Five Eyes have an alliance, and it probably goes way beyond the Five Eyes. The U.S. UFO Control Group has a lot of seeming activity going on in South America and Brazil and Peru. They're all over those places. So it's an international effort. But yes, definitely the Five Eyes are in on it. The UK is in on it. So they're just openly lying here. But hey, at least they're trying to spread the message that they're not a threat. So all those people that think the government is trying to fuel a threat narrative, take a breather. Meanwhile, eminent UFO researcher Diana Pasolka says, prepare to be shocked.
And why? So I do think we'll see more, and prepare to be shocked.
Okay, I like it. She doesn't give any details. I don't know what she's talking about, but I am prepared to be shocked, Diana, so bring it on. Is she talking about future hearings? I hope she's talking about future hearings. I still have hope that we are going to get some future hearings. I think there is a zeitgeist of ufology going on right now, of UFO awareness. And, Mike Turner can try to put the toothpaste back in the tube, but I don't think Mike Turner is strong enough to stand up to the UFO zeitgeist. Now, if he's in the employ of the control group, then who knows, because they're pretty tough. But even within the UFO control group, there does seem to be a pro-disclosure faction. For evidence, see all those people that talked to David Grush. And they weren't assassinated. They do seem afraid of reprisals, so it's not like there's no threat to them. But at least they were willing to talk and even share evidence that the Inspector General of the Pentagon called credible and urgent. Speaking of Diana Pasolka, she has this great quote from her book, American Cosmic, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention if you're not aware of it. Witnesses and researchers often report the strange feeling that once you become aware that there is a phenomenon, it becomes aware of you. They report that the first sighting is just that, a first, and then others follow. The uncanny feeling that the objects are aware, or watching those who are watching them is common. And I think that is probably very true. I know from my own personal experiences that as I began delving into and becoming aware of the greater phenomenon, as I call it, because, from my own perspective, the UFO phenomenon is a subset of what I call the greater phenomenon, a much larger phenomenon that encompasses, extra dimensional aspects and cryptids and out of body experiences and remote viewing and all the woo woo stuff, that a lot of which can be actually corroborated, seems to tie in with the UFO activity. There's poltergeist activity associated with UFOs. 1/3 of all UFO abductees are near-death experiencers, etc., etc. So my own experiences, that as I began looking into this stuff and researching it, and then finally trying to see it for my own eyes and experience it with my own eyes, that it met me halfway. And I began to have amazing experiences when I began trying to explore this stuff with an open mind and heart. I wouldn't go into it with a negative mindset or a lot of doubt or fear. I think that if you're vibrating high, or, I'm not saying that I'm like some super high vibrating person, but I did try to deliberately go into it with as much love and openness as I could. And I think that, from my own personal experience, that yielded fantastic results. And I've had some wonderful, wonderful experiences. And if you want to hear about some of them, there is a playlist on my channel called My Experiences. And you can hear about some of my cool experiences. But I do think that as we are entering this age of UFO disclosure, where people are making their own contact with the beyond, with the phenomenon, with the UFO phenomenon and beyond that, it's important to keep in mind that as you look into this, it'll find you. I don't mean that to sound in a creepy way, but it'll meet you halfway if you want it to, some of the time. And my own personal experience, that was a very good thing, and I'm so grateful for the powers that be, beyond human powers. And I hope a lot of other people are starting to have their own very positive experiences with the phenomenon. And as a community, the UFO community and beyond that, we need to start addressing how the public approaches the phenomenon. And, it's a delicate balance, right? Because a lot of researchers believe that we co-create a lot of these experiences. It's interacting with our consciousness. And I know from my own personal experiences that has been the case. So, how do you get people to have positive experiences and to elevate people's consciousness and awareness and vibration, I guess, so that they can have good experiences, and that this disclosure, this awakening, ascension, whatever it is that we're going through, this age of Aquarius, I don't know what it is, but, this age where we may have open contact with the phenomenon, how do we make that as positive as we can? By the way, what is this thing? This is a bird, or supposedly a bird, but this bird does not exist. I forget where it was captured, where this footage was captured.
I do want to go through it.
But check this thing out. Look at this. I believe this to be real footage captured from a real creature, but maybe it's a new species of bird. Maybe it's an alien pretending to be a bird. I don't know what this thing is, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and this is hilarious. Tim Burchett is considering briefing Chris Christie on UFOs. I would love to be in that briefing room. That would be hilarious. I'm not going to play the segment where Tim is talking about that, but I will link to it, and you can hear it at your leisure. And of course, this is from an interview with Matt Laszlo, where Tim is responding to Chris Christie's stupid response when asked about UFOs, and how Tim Burchett is personally offering to brief Chris Christie on the phenomenon. I love it. Let's make it happen. That's it for today's UFO Roundup. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, there's a PayPal button below, or you can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and thank you so much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.